What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, and I wasn't really going to make a video on this topic because it's still sad. We were still mourning, but in light of a recent tweet from our boy Darren Sproles, which I will put a little screenshot there, it basically says, "Thanks everyone for all your continued prayers and well wishes. Hashtag the comeback will be real. Hashtag stay tuned." So the biggest thing with this Darren Sproles injury, which was a really, really bad injury, watching the game, it looked like he clutched his knee, and we're like, oh man, that might be an ACL. He got clipped just out of the side of the backfield when he got at the corner. Great edge set there, Mr. Jason Peters. And then I was like, man, that's an ACL right there. And that's tough because Darren Sproles already came out and said this was going to be his last year in the NFL. And then it came that it was a wrist injury, and that he broke his wrist or something like that. Might have sprained his wrist. He walked to the locker room under his own power. Everyone was optimistic, and then it came out that not only did he break his arm, he tore his ACL. That might be like the worst double injury I think I've ever seen as a Philadelphia Eagle fan to any of our players ever. Like, who gets, like, those are two horrific injuries. Next to like something maybe with like a collarbone, or like maybe something with your eye and your vision and stuff like that, or Achilles. I mean, to have those two things happen is kind of rare. Very, very rare. And then, that was the news last night into today, that those were the injuries, and Darren Sproles, he was done, man. He was absolutely done. And the fact that, he's currently sitting at number 8 on the all-time purpose yards leader list. He's sitting at 19,144 total yards. And realistically, he got about 36 yards to go to number 7 past Steve Smith. If he plays one more, if he played the entirety of this year, he'd be top 5 all time. And it just sucks because, a guy like Darren Sproles, big-time fan favorite, the Philadelphia Eagles, one of my favorite players, my girlfriend's favorite player on the Eagles. And, one of those guys always gives maximum effort. Even though he did, when you look at the entirety of his work through 3 games, you really kind of just think to the fumble that he had, the costly fumble against the Kansas City Chiefs. But Darren Sproles, over the last couple of years, he's the kind of guy, the one guy really on the offense that was able to survive Chip Kelly. And, like, dude, he looked good during Chip Kelly, and he looked good when Chip Kelly was gone. You can't say that with a lot of players. Nick Foles looked good with Chip Kelly, and then when he left, he didn't look that great. Basically, everyone else left, so then everyone else that was here has, Kelsey looked good with Chip Kelly, doesn't look so great here. That's just, off the top of my head, one guy at the top. Zach Ertz, underperformed with Chip Kelly, starting to look good now. But when you look at a guy like Darren Sproles, regardless of what the scenario was on offense, who was calling plays, what the scheme was, he always performed. He always gave maximum effort, and that's why, it's a fighting game over who lays claim to Darren Sproles, be it Chargers, be it the Saints, or the Eagles. Personally, I think he had his biggest years with the Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe might remember for the Saints when they won the Super Bowl. Like I said, it's a toss-up there. I think, for all fans of all those teams, we can all just come together and say Darren Sproles is a tremendous player. And the fact that this tweet came to light, and it might not be the end of the road, we might get one more year of Darren Sproles. I mean, looking at Philly, our backfield next year is going to be an absolute mess once again. I mean, I am still hoping, even with the return of Darren Sproles, that we draft and invest a big draft pick at the running back spot, be it, the pipe dream of getting a Saquon Barkley, slightly less of a pipe dream to get Darius Geis, and then looking at like the second-tier running backs like Royce Freeman or Ronald Jones from USC, Nick Chubb potentially. I still want to see Darren Sproles come back. I still want to see him finish it out, and I really want to see him get that top 5 spot on all-purpose yards. But yeah, just coming to light, everyone's been, sending their grievances, selling their wishes to me for some reason over Twitter and social media about the Darren Sproles injury. And then there's a little bit of hope, guys. So this is absolutely awesome. I'm so pumped to see this, and I can't wait to see Darren Sproles finish out his career the right way with Philadelphia next season. So yeah, I don't smash the like button if you like this video. Smash the like button if you're pumped that Darren Sproles will not be calling it quits at season's end. And hopefully, I think there's probably no likely scenario where he's not on the Philadelphia Eagles next year. Hopefully, he's back in the Eagles green and can get that top 5 on the all-purpose list. And we'll be 1 year more into development with Carson Wentz. So if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, let's be honest, that's pretty unrealistic that we won't win the Super Bowl this year. But if somehow we don't, next year we're going to be 1 year better, and then we might have a better opportunity next season to give Darren Sproles, that second title ring that he so very much deserves. And that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, it's C4 saying fly, Eagles, fly, and peace out.